welcome to episode 7 of the Whatever I'm Obsessed With This Time podcast. And today I want to do something a little different. Originally planned, I was gonna have like a more in-depth episode talking about like my love for the second and third Saves the Day album, but that I ended up changing, and that kind of turned into the topic that I want to talk about today, which is basically having having so many options of content to make, having so much time to make that content, and just not knowing like where to go, not having direction. And that's basically what this episode is going to be about. So the best thing to come out of this whole like multitask situation was definitely replaying through Just Cause 3. And since now that I'm done all the regions in that game, it begged the question that I kind of want to start another playthrough of a different game. I really want to go back to Wildlands, but the thing is with Just Cause 3 is an action-packed, fast-paced game, and Wildlands is not that. So I'm thinking about choosing something a little different. I did get, my dad gave me copy of Flat Out 4, a game that I was never really interested in playing because it looked mid. So that might be a fun time, considering that's, at least an arcade racing game and you can get enjoyment out of that. But outside of that, it's, my mind just changes like what I want to do every day. So normally, so as I said, like the saves the day stuff, that was thought up at when I was at a different location, obviously. And because it requires time to listen through the album, to write notes about the album, and then kind of just talk about like, everything to do with it. I did get the first album done, so it's just the second album. But then in the meantime, I have my like my self-care process, which is finishing the When We Were Young 2023 playlist. And then there's there's the photo project, both photo projects. But more specifically, so one thing that I didn't really talk about, it's kind of something that I thought about recently, is that I am decorating my room, because for many reasons, but more specifically, just to look less dead than it does currently. So I'm getting like some posters and some stuff to put on, and in the meantime, like honestly, just kind of putting myself out there more for like advertising sake. So I'm also thinking about starting to do designs for What Was Once Great, considering that's my, last music project that still has no merch. I just don't know what I'm going to do for it. So what I might do is I might just go through a catalog of photos and see what I can come up with. I think that's like the safest bet. But it really sucks, I don't have GTA, I don't have Far Cry. I don't know how I'd even do it with Watch Dogs 2, considering that, you have to consider that it's the 50s to the 80s. Yeah, to the 50s to the 80s. And that would be, friggin' GTA's best suit, but can't because don't have the Rockstar editor anymore, and it sucks. So as an alternative, I'll see what I can come up with around it. The one thing for sure though is that probably the first design will definitely be the album cover. I've been asked specifically by my mom to make that a thing so we can get get things with the album cover on it. So that's definitely in the cards. But yeah, outside of that, I'm a little bit tired of when it comes to music wise. The joke music projects the next one takes a lot of thinking, because like I just need to like come up with an idea because it's just so bizarre. And I don't I'm on the fence between, multiple different things of what I want to do. Should I continue in the meme projects? For sure, I feel like the merch is probably a better way to invest my time. And then if I'm not doing music and I don't want to stream, I'm thinking about quite possibly getting together, doing those tier list videos that I talked about. And I don't think it should be difficult getting like a screen capture for the laptop. And then what I'll have to do is I will play, like, I'm trying to think about how I'm going to do this, because yeah, like, it'll be recorded and all that, but then I guess I'll just have to like make a video afterwards on my phone, kind of just talking about everything. I think that would be probably the best bet. And then like I could just edit together in CapCut. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. But yeah, as I said, with this whole topic suggests, it's just so many ideas, so much time, little direction. And what I would like to do, what I'm gonna do tonight, or what I'm gonna do after this, is first thing first is the what was once great. Second, I know I'll have to download FlatOut 4, so while that will be downloading, I will, because my main photo project, as much as I really wanted to do it, it doesn't. I feel like it's kind of taking away the whole. Like it's taken away my time from the YouTube channel. And oh yeah, another thing I didn't mention is that lately I've just been wanting to focus all on YouTube. Um, maybe once I lose a follower on TikTok, I'll probably go back to TikTok. But TikTok just feels so dead now with the UMG thing, and I don't get to do. Well, I mean, I couldn't do my songs of the day regardless without it or with it. So it's become more of a just focus on long form content. I feel like it's the safest bet. It allows me to do more things, and I don't have to like cram everything down. And as much as I would think, like obviously, like advertising for like the meme projects, like that's probably going to be a thing on TikTok at some point. But by the time it comes out and all that, it's going to be like, not everybody's going to get the joke, not everybody's going to get the whole background behind it. Um, so again, kind of, it leaves me with some tough decisions to make. But as soon as this is done recording, I am going to do the album cover for What Was Once Great. Maybe think about or get some pictures together to compile some merch ideas, as well as download FlatOut 4. And so like my self-care routine will probably come into it. Like whenever I don't want to do those things, self-care will be a priority. And then whenever I feel like, because the whole thing, again, you got to keep in mind, is with the photo project, it is kind of like merch. So despite not having a merch like mindset when going into it, if I do get tired of just doing whatever I'm doing with What Was Once Great merch, I might just work on the photo project. Which again, if you would like to see designs before they come out to the approach on the store, you can follow my Instagram. It's private, so just request a follow, and you will see them. Like I'll post them on my story along with the song that they'll have to go with it. And if it doesn't go with it, I'll literally have to like download, or I'll have to piece together an advertisement myself. That being said, this is the podcast. I knew it was going to be short, but and a little bit not well thought out, but it's the topic that just kind of like I want. It's a way to declutter my mind, and it's a way of addressing like a channel update, a mental health update, without like just saying it at the beginning of a stream and then like linking a timestamp. It's better just to do it this way. That being said, the next podcast episode, it might be on hiatus, but if I do feel like doing it, then it will probably be done tomorrow. Hopefully. Hopefully. Uh, but yeah. Also, you'll see the room whenever it's done. It's gonna be quite a few day process. It'll probably be, I don't know if I'll be able to show it this month or next month, but I'm gonna have, basically I want to like layer my walls with just posters of things that I admire, that I stuff that means a lot to me. And especially like if I'm gonna take pictures in my room, I want it to represent me, not just a blank canvas with some like two things or three things here and there. Anyways, that's all. That being said, this is the end of the podcast episode. Peace.